Before he was a global icon, before the championships and the debates, before the name became a brand, there was a kid from Akron who carried an entire city's hopes on his shoulders before he could legally vote. This is not just the story of basketball greatness. It's the story of expectation, escape, return, and what it means to grow up while the world is watching. LeBron Raymone James was born on December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio. His childhood was unstable in ways that rarely make highlight reels. His mother, Gloria James, was only 16 when he was born. They moved constantly, bouncing between apartments, relatives, and friends. Sometimes they didn't know where they'd sleep next. At one point, LeBron lived with a local youth football coach just so he could have some stability and stay in school. Basketball arrived early, but it wasn't immediately destiny. LeBron played football, loved the physicality, and excelled there too. But on the basketball court, something was different. He didn't just score, he saw everything. He passed like a point guard, rebounded like a forward, and moved with a power that didn't match his age. Even as a teenager, he played as if he understood the game on a deeper level. At St. Vincent St. Mary High School, LeBron became a phenomenon. Not a local star, a national one. ESPN broadcast his high school games. Sports Illustrated put him on the cover while he was still a junior, calling him the chosen one. For most teenagers, that kind of attention would crush them. For LeBron, it became a weight he learned to carry. By the time he graduated high school, the decision was inevitable. He skipped college, entered the NBA draft in 2003. The Cleveland Cavaliers, a franchise long defined by disappointment, selected him first overall. LeBron was 18 years old, returning to his hometown as its supposed savior. And immediately he delivered. He won Rookie of the Year. He elevated teammates. He filled arenas. Cleveland basketball mattered again. But greatness does not guarantee championships, especially not alone. As LeBron grew into one of the league's best players, the Cavaliers struggled to surround him with enough talent to compete for titles. In 2007, LeBron carried Cleveland to the NBA Finals. They were swept. The message was clear. Individual brilliance wasn't enough. Over the next few seasons, the pressure intensified. Every playoff loss was framed as a personal failure. The question followed him everywhere. Can LeBron win a championship? In 2010, he made the most controversial decision of his career. In a televised special known simply as The Decision, LeBron announced he would leave Cleveland and join the Miami Heat. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Fans burned jerseys. Commentators accused him of betrayal. Overnight, LeBron became the villain of the NBA. But in Miami, something changed. He embraced structure. He refined his game. Under Coach Spoelstra and alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, LeBron learned how to win, not just dominate. The Heat reached 4 straight NBA Finals from 2011 to 2014. They won 2 championships in 2012 and 2013. LeBron had answered one question, but another lingered. What about home? In 2014, LeBron did the unthinkable. He returned to Cleveland. This time, the announcement was quiet. No spectacle, just a promise. I'm coming home. The goal wasn't just another championship, it was redemption. What followed became one of the most remarkable runs in sports history. In 2016, the Cavaliers faced the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. Cleveland fell behind 3-1. No team in NBA history had ever come back from that deficit in the finals. LeBron refused to accept history. He delivered back-to-back 41-point games. He controlled every aspect of the series. And in Game 7, with under 2 minutes remaining, he made the play that would define his legacy. An impossible chase-down block on Andre Iguodala, preserving a tie in the final moments. Cleveland won. The city celebrated not just a championship, but the end of a 52-year title drought across all major sports. LeBron collapsed to the floor, sobbing. For him, this wasn't more than basketball. It was closure. After more finals appearances, LeBron left Cleveland again in 2018, this time without anger or shock. He joined the Los Angeles Lakers, stepping into another historic franchise and another challenge. The Lakers were struggling. Expectations were enormous. Injuries and roster changes slowed progress. Then came 2020. Inside the isolation of the NBA's bubble during the COVID-19 pandemic, LeBron led the Lakers to a championship. It was his fourth title, earned with his third different franchise. In a league obsessed with legacy, he had achieved something unprecedented. But LeBron James is not defined solely by championships. Off the court, he became one of the most influential athlete activists of his generation. He spoke openly about racial injustice, police violence, and systemic inequality. He helped fund the I Promise School in Akron, offering education, meals, and support for at-risk children and their families. For LeBron, success meant responsibility. As his career stretched into his late 30s, then beyond, the debates evolved. Was he the greatest of all time? How did longevity factor into greatness? Could anyone maintain this level of performance for so long? LeBron didn't answer with words. He answered with minutes, points, assists, and seasons that refused to fade. In 2023, he became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a record once thought untouchable. Still, what sets LeBron apart isn't just numbers, it's adaptation. He entered the league as a raw physical force. He matured into a strategist. He learned when to lead loudly and when to empower others. He evolved while the game evolved. From a kid with no permanent address to one of the most recognizable figures on the planet, LeBron James lived his life under a microscope. He stumbled, he learned, he returned, he endured. His story is not of perfection, it's one of pressure and the rare ability to grow under it. And perhaps that's the real legacy, not just the championships or the records, but the example that greatness is not fixed, it is shaped, tested, refined. Because long before the debates, the banners, and the history books, there was just a kid from Akron dribbling towards something bigger than himself.